Hallo und willkommen Zurich Publikum. Mein Name ist MassiveBrad. And in English, hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad, and if you haven't figured out from the title and thumbnail, then you certainly need to go to Specsavers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Borussia Dortmund career mode. I've been keeping you guys in the dark for so long. I've been telling you that there's going to be a or an other career mode that's going to be running alongside the Liverpool one. It's going to be starting up soon. And here we are on the 4th of November, ready for episode 1. I am so excited for this. It took me a long time to think of a team that I wanted to do that I've never done before. And I decided to go with Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. But Borussia Dortmund are normally the team to come second or third. They struggle to get that top place because of the German giants, Bayern Munich. But when MassiveBrad's in town, that won't be the case. We will be looking to win the Bundesliga in Season 1. Season 1, our biggest objective is to win the Bundesliga. Now, we've got a lot of things to cover in today's episode, guys. A lot of things, and that's why I can confirm there won't be any games. We've got a lot when it comes to talking about transfers. I can confirm as well, we've done a financial takeover, so we'll have plenty of funds. So if we want to go out and make our own Borussia Dortmund team, we can do. If we want to stick with what we got and keep it realistic, we can do. We've got the alternative of keeping it realistic or spending an absolute shed load of money. I am down for whatever. We also need to look at the team, look at the formation we're going to be playing. I have done a lot of research on Dortmund as to the main 3 formations that they play. There is one that sticks out the most that they really play, which is somewhere in my notes here, the 4-2-3-1. That is the main formation they play, so we'll set that up. We'll have a little look at that. We'll see if there's any weak points in the team, see if there's any players that are unfortunately coming out of contract soon and we need to, put a new contract, whether they've got a release clause. Obviously, I'll do all that off camera because that's the boring stuff. And I also want to let you guys know at the start of today's episode that this is going up on the 4th of November, which means in 5 days' time, I'll be doing a 24-hour live stream for Macmillan Cancer Support. If you'd like to donate, there's a link down below in the description. Go and click it, go and donate some money to a great cause. I've been telling you guys for weeks now, give up a takeaway, give up going to the cinema with your mates, give up buying a new game, give up something, you'll feel a lot better donating it to somebody that needs it a lot more than you. And I'm so excited for it, guys. We're going live at 5 p.m. on Friday UK time, and I'll be streaming right the way through till 5 p.m. on the Saturday UK time. So it's going to be a long 24 hours. If you can't donate money, I understand that a lot of you are quite young and may not even have bank accounts, may not be earning a living, may not have an income right now. That's completely fine. There are other ways that you can support me. If you'd like to look at how you can support me in other ways, definitely go and check out my Macmillan video that I put up a couple of weeks ago now, announcing that I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. And you can do simple things like tweet in and let another YouTube creators or, maybe YouTube creators that you watch or bigger YouTubers, let them know about the stream, ask them to come and donate, ask them to come and give it a watch, ask them to share the video. The bigger we get this, the more likelihood we are able to hit my target of £5,000. Even just popping by the stream to talk to me for an hour, come and play FIFA or Call of Duty or a game with me, come and keep me occupied, because unfortunately, guys, I would say probably around the 16 hours of non-stop gaming, that's when that brick wall is going to come in for me, when I just hit it and I'm like, okay, tired set in, the sugar rush is gone, and that's why I'm trying to not eat too much sugar. I don't want to be eating too many sugary snacks like chocolate and sweets, because you'll get this big hype, you'll be okay for a couple of hours, and then when the sugar goes and your body starts craving it, that's when my body's going to shut down and want to go to bed, and we have to make sure that's not the case. But as we get back into today's video, guys, I'm very excited for this career mode. Did any of you think it was going to be in the Bundesliga? Did any of you think it was going to be Borussia Dortmund? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm pretty sure everyone that selects a manager, if you guys at home play FIFA 20 career mode, pretty sure you're probably going with that manager. Don't know why, but a lot of creators that I've watched seem to always go with that manager. Now, here's all the boring stuff, the information about the manager, how my head looks, how my suit looks, how my outfits look. This is all the boring stuff that you guys certainly don't want to see. Now, obviously, one important thing that I am going to say, guys, is I'm going a different way to the Liverpool career mode. So in the Liverpool career mode, we kind of wear a suit like we are right now with the Liverpool badge on it. This time at Borussia Dortmund, I'm going like Jurgen Klopp used to. Funny enough, Jurgen Klopp's at Liverpool and he's been at Dortmund. Who knows, the next one might be FC Mainz, because he was at Mainz as well. But I'm doing it a different way, so I'm not going to be wearing a suit in this career mode. I'm probably going to go for a tracksuit with the Borussia Dortmund badge on it. But this is the boring stuff. You guys don't want to see it, so let me get on with the boring stuff and tune back in just a moment's time. So all the boring stuff out the way, although I quite enjoy this. It's a great feature that was brought to FIFA 20. We're looking completely different to MassiveBrad at Liverpool. We've gone, currently at the moment, we're in a tracksuit with an Arsenal badge, but that will be the Borussia Dortmund badge. We've gone with a black tracksuit and then some black, which look a little bit like Adidas trainers. A little bit of a different kind of gel to this career mode, guys. I don't want every career mode to be exactly the same. I don't want to look the same. I don't want to feel the same. I want it to be completely different. And one thing that like Jurgen Klopp, for example, used to do at Dortmund was wear a lot of tracksuits. Even at Liverpool now, he rarely wears a suit. He wears a tracksuit. So we've already done a manager in a Liverpool suit. This time, we're going to do a manager in a Borussia Dortmund tracksuit. So we are now going to advance. I'm happy with how my man looks. Realistically, it was just something quick put together. Change the hair, the facial hair, change the way the hair looks, the colour, and then, of course, put myself in a tracksuit. So we will now go on to advance. Now, we won't be in England for this career mode. We will, of course, be over in Germany. We've got FCV Mainz there, which is another club that Jurgen Klopp managed. And there we go, Borussia Dortmund. Now, we want to kind of go into depth a lot, guys. For me, the first episode of any career mode is very important to meet the lads, understand the team, get ready for pre-season, understand the transfer budget, also learn a little bit about the club. Something that Dortmund always seems to be spoke about is they're always like second in the competition. They rarely, in fact, I can't remember the last time Borussia Dortmund won the Bundesliga. For me, it's like, apart from the Premier League, when you look at the Spanish League, there's normally two teams that finish in the top two. Okay, Atletico Madrid in the Spanish League and I'll challenge in Barcelona and Real Madrid. But you guys get the idea. In the French League, it's always PSG. In the Italian League, it's normally your Inter Milan or your AC Milan. And in Germany, in the Bundesliga, it's normally Bayern Munich. But in the recent few years, there's teams now that are challenging. So we've got Dortmund, the challenge for the top. Bayern Munich are usually, without a doubt, in one of the top two at least. Cologne play very well now. Bayer Leverkusen are dipping a little bit over the recent years. Borussia Mönchengladbach are playing very well at the moment. RB Leipzig with Timo Werner are doing very well at the moment. Schalke, ex-Bobby Firmino's team, Hoffenheim. There's plenty of teams in there. Wolfsburg, Kevin De Bruyne came out of Wolfsburg. There's plenty of teams in there now that are challenging Bayern Munich and are beating them because of the squad that they're building and the fight that they've got. So with this career mode, obviously with episode 1 or any career mode for me, guys, it's about learning a lot about the team, getting the feedback from you guys, because I could jump straight into this with the team, but you guys might want me to play a certain player, you may want me to train a certain player, you may want me to spend the money on a certain player. So for me, the first episode is all about the team. It's about me setting up, me getting used to the team, meeting the team, talking to you guys about what we're going to do in this career mode. Then for me, episode 2, 3, 4, 5 is starting to settle the team, play with them, see who's strong, see who's not, see where we may need to improve, talk about transfers, talk about straw polls. Something that a lot of you guys have been asking about is, Brad, will you in the new career mode be doing fan objectives? And guys, yes, for season 1, I will do fan objectives. So this is a great time now to talk about, guys, if there's a fan objective you'd like me to do at Dortmund, drop it down below in the comment section. Use the hashtag, I'll put it on the screen, hashtag fan objectives, and I will do you guys some fan objectives for season 1. We will be doing fan objectives at Liverpool in season 2, and at Dortmund we'll be doing it in season 1 and season 2. To briefly touch on what's going to happen with the Liverpool career mode and the Dortmund career mode, unfortunately with the Liverpool career mode I didn't get to start the Dortmund at the right time. I wanted to finish off January and launch this one, but in the last episode of January in the Liverpool career mode, I forgot to plug this. I forgot to mention it to you guys, so none of you will have been expecting it. I mentioned it a couple of episodes ago, but not on the last episode, so I had to do another episode. Regardless, both the Liverpool career mode and the Dortmund career mode are going to run for 2 seasons, 2 full seasons. Then we're going to retire and stop, and then it's going to be down to you guys to say whether you want me to do just another career mode, whether it's like Niall mentioned, going to Chelsea, or doing a Manchester United career mode, or a Real Madrid, doing a big team or a small team, or do we look at doing like a Road to Glory? Do we look at doing like a really low down team in the English League? So go for like a League 2 or League 1 team and bring them up as high as we possibly can. Do we also on FIFA 19 look at the fact when I done so we done it at Manchester City for the first season. I'm trying to think what it's called, One Season Wonder, which is where for 1 season we stay in a league, so that one was the Premier League, and then we move on. I started that too late into FIFA 19. I didn't get a chance to really run with it and really explore where it could go. So do we do another 1 season wonder, start in the Premier League, take on like Chelsea or take on Manchester City or someone like that, and then at the end of the season we move to another league? We have to move every single season, so we could go from the Premier League to the Italian League, to the Spanish League, to the French League, to the German League, depending on what offers we have at the end of the season. That'll be down to you guys. I just want to run these 2 career modes, then it's entirely up to you what you'd like me to do on FIFA 20, whether it's Ultimate Team, whether it's continue with career mode. That is entirely up to you guys. That's something we'll look at further down the line. But the Liverpool career mode and the Dortmund career mode will run for 2 years. Now, at Dortmund, domestic success is a critical, so that is something that must. Continental success is high. Brand exposure is critical. Financial is low, now 65.1 million. We've also had a financial takeover, so we're going to have even more than that. And then finally, youth development is medium. Now, Borussia Dortmund, established in 1909, founded in 1909. The club took the name Borussia from the Borussia brewery located in Steigerstrasse, if that's how you pronounce it, and started playing with a blue and white striped shirt and black shorts. They've been crowned champions 8 times and have won domestic cups on 4 occasions. In 1963, Borussia Dortmund were the last German champions before the foundation of the Bundesliga, beating 1 FC Cologne 3-1 in the final at Stuttgart. Does that make sense? Beating 1? The last German champions before foundation of the Bundesliga, beating 1. Never mind. They beat Cologne 3-1 anyway in Stuttgart. The club won its first UEFA Champions League in 1997 after playing their final at their rival Bayern Munich Stadium. Now here's a fun fact for you guys. Borussia Dortmund were going to go bankrupt. They were going to finish as a club. They were going to disappear. They were going to disintegrate into nothing. But it was Bayern Munich that then pumped a loan and a big chunk of money into Dortmund to get them back to their winning ways, to get them back on top. They were going to completely disappear, but Bayern Munich did pull them out and helped them out big time. We will now take over Borussia Dortmund. Very, very excited about this. So we're currently on Legendary. We need to take that up to Ultimate because we want to play on Ultimate difficulty like we do in the Liverpool career mode. 5 minutes each half. Yep, Sterling. We should probably change this to Euro. We probably should change it to Euro, considering we're in the Bundesliga, so we will change it to Euro. Enabled European competitions. Transfer window is enabled. International job offers disabled. We don't want to be getting international job offers. Not anytime soon, okay? So there we go, guys. We got ultimate difficulty, 5 minutes, Euros, disabled, enabled, enabled. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Now let's advance. I'm excited for this one. Unknown manager appointed. Unknown. Have you seen my Liverpool career mode? Have you seen what I've done at Southampton on FIFA 19? MassiveBrad is not unknown. And we've officially been appointed at Borussia Dortmund. We now have the pre-season tournament invite. This is where we play with different players. We play with young players. We learn who's strong, who's not, who plays better in a certain position. Pre-season is about getting the team back. They've been on holiday. They've had their takeaways. They've had their pizza. They've drunk their beer. Now it's about coming back and getting fitness ready to kick off the Bundesliga. So we have the Champions Trophy, the Invitational Cup, and the Asian Elite Cup. We have 10.2 million euros for the Champions Trophy, 10.5 for the Invitational Cup, and 12 million for the Asian Elite Cup. So if we have a little look at some of the teams in the Champions Trophy, we've got Wolves, Monaco, Manchester United, Napoli, Porto, Gremio. So a few decent teams in there. The Invitational Cup, we have the likes of Leicester, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Olympique Lyon, and SD Eibar. And then the Asian Elite Cup, well, I'm not going to call them Piemonte if that's how you pronounce it, but we've got Juventus, Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, PSG, Spurs, and Vassell. So some very, very difficult teams. Regardless, we have the Champions Trophy and Invitational Cup, which they say are around the same difficulty. Now, for me, when I look at the teams, the Invitational Cup looks like the easier one. It looks like there's a few easier teams in there. So, unfortunately, I have to make the choice. Money is not a problem, guys. So I'm going to take the Invitational Cup. Money is not, I repeat, not a problem. Now, we are here. We're at the office, very excited, in my comfy chair at Dortmund, ready to get going. What we're going to do, guys, is we'll jump over to the notifications. We'll look through the inbox first. You all play career mode, so we all know the emails we're going to have people introducing themselves, them talking about we need to get this much in kit sales. You guys get the gist. So let's just flick through these. So a scout, we can delete that. His first scout report, we can delete that. Visions and expectations we'll look at in just a moment. Important transfer market, we know all that. Share sales, they want 200 million euro. That won't be a problem. Invitational Cup, yeah, we've got all that. So we'll take a little look at the objectives and what the Borussia Dortmund board want us to do. So youth development is only a minimum priority. It's sign 4 players in your youth academy assigned to each of the following positions. So we need a young goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and forward to come through from our youth academy. I'm not that fussed about doing that, if I'm completely honest, guys. Maybe in Season 2 we can look at it, but we're going to have so much money if we need a player to be replaced or a player picks up an injury and we need to buy a new player. Money won't be an issue this year round, trust me. But on the exposure, they want us to gain 200 million earnings from shirt sales within a season. So they're going to want us to sign a whopper player. If we need to sell 200 million euros worth of shirt sales, we're going to have to sign a big player. Long term, they want us to earn 170 million through media earnings, competition prize money. That shouldn't be a problem. Continental success, they want us to reach the final in the UEFA Champions League. It's a high priority as well, so something that we certainly will look at doing. This is where it gets very, very difficult because I just knew domestic success, they're going to want us to win the Bundesliga. And right there, Bundesliga, win the league title. That is the difficult one when we come up against the likes of Wolfsburg, of Borussia Mönchengladbach, of your Bayern Munich, of your RB Leipzig. They're the big games that are really going to count, so we have to do our utmost best to get something out of it. And then we have, if I pronounce it correctly, I do apologise. If I pronounce anything incorrectly, guys, because it's German, just spell it out for me down below in the comment section, pronounce it for me, and I'll correct myself. The DFB Pokal, I think that's how you may pronounce it, and that is to win the cup. I'm assuming in Germany, this is just like the FA Cup, or it could be more like the Carabao Cup. I'm not too sure. I'll do a little bit of research into that, guys. And then finally, financial, within 2 seasons, increase the club worth of your club by 20%. That will not be an issue. So I'm very happy with the board there. Very, very happy. The only one that concerns me a little bit is getting to the final of the Champions League will be very difficult. Also, winning the league in the first season will be very difficult. But that was something that I was aiming to do. I wasn't going to focus too much on the Champions League. Now, we're probably going to have to focus a little bit on the Champions League. As we move over now to the squad, let's see how they line up. So they currently line up with a 4-2-3-1. Now, this is sort of how we're going to go, but it's the wrong 4-2-3-1. I'll show you the 4-2-3-1 that we want to be going with. Now, I may change this, guys, but it's still a 4-2-3-1, but I think, let me have a look, it's narrow. That's how they normally play. Now, I've got it in front of me, guys, and something that we'll touch up on in a minute is transfers. I've obviously got in front of me the transfers that they brought in. But that is usually how Dortmund play. So they play a 4-2-3-1, they play a 4-4-2, and they play a 4-3-3. I'm not 100% sure why the 4-2-3-1 wide is currently the default, because from what I've seen through my source, it's more like that. They play it narrow and they play 3 attacker midfielders. Maybe we can look at changing it up later down the line. Maybe we'll give the 4-2-3-1 wide a chance in pre-season to see what we think. But let's just leave the formation how it is for now. So we have Paco Alcácer up top, Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield role, Thorgan Hazard, not Eden Hazard, out on the left mid position. He can play left mid as well as centre forward, and he's more preferred on the right mid. But over on the right mid, we of course have, is it Jadon Sancho? Is it Jordan or Jadon? Sure. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Jordan Sancho. Or is it no, it's Jadon Sancho, isn't it? Then we've got Witsel at CDM alongside Delaney. And then at the back, we have Schultz, a new signing for Dortmund. Hummels, who was brought back from Bayern Munich. Tell you a funny story about them in a moment, guys, because Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich have literally bought and sold this player from each other constantly. We've then got Akanji, Piszczek, who I think personally is a great right back, but I'm pretty sure he's 31. He's 34. Wow, he's been a long time on FIFA, so we may have to look at bringing in a new right back. And then Berkey between the sticks, 85 overall keeper, age 28. That is perfect. On the bench, we have Mario Götze, Julian Brandt, new signing brought in from Bayer Leverkusen, Guerrero, who can play out in left mid, Julian Weigl, Hitz, Zagadou, and Hakimi. Now, Hakimi, I think, might be on loan from Real Madrid. I don't know if Borussia Dortmund have signed them fully yet, so we'll have to have a little look into that. Reserves, we have Lawson, Smeltzer, Mahmoud Dahoud, Mori. You're really testing me here now, aren't you, guys? Umbahan, Rask. I'm giving up on that one. Balerdi, Osterhage, Bakia, Bafanta, Vanna, and Hoyp. Probably just killed a lot of those names there, guys. Can only apologise. If there was a name that I absolutely ridiculed, let me know down below in the comment section how you'd like me to pronounce it for the next episode. But how we look right now at the team, I'm pretty happy with. I am pretty happy with it. I don't think there's a huge amount of changes that need to be done to this team. I think Julian Brandt normally plays out on the left mid position, which he can do. We've also got Guerrero that plays out on the left mid position. So maybe we look at bringing Hazard on for Sancho on the right mid position, and we'll just rotate Guerrero and Julian Brandt on the left mid position. We've currently got Schultz there, who's 26 overall, 82. We do have Hakimi, who I think can play right mid. He can play right mid, so we could convert him into a right mid player, or a right back player, should I say, sorry guys, for Piszczek. But I think for me, a right back is a must buy. Apart from that, pretty happy with the team. The goalkeeper on the bench is 31, overall 78. That's pretty okay for a backup keeper. We got another left and right back. Zagadou is the other centre back, can also play left back. Maybe we need to bring in another centre back. Julian Weigl to come on for Witsel and Delaney, that's completely fine. Julian Brandt, Guerrero, and then Mario Götze, who's probably going to most of the time come on for Marco Reus. Marco Reus can play up top for Paco Alcácer, but one thing I have noticed, guys, is we don't have another out-and-out striker. There's no other striker in this team. Now, I know in real life they play Marco Reus or Paco Alcácer at striker. I don't really want to be playing Reus at striker, so we may have to spend big money on bringing a striker in. Maybe we bring an ex-Borussia Dortmund player back, another one from Bayern Munich, in Robert Lewandowski. That could be a great option if we were to bring him back. But I think a striker, and if you guys agree, let me know some strikers down below. I'll certainly add them to the transfer list in the next episode. What we need to do now is, what do we need to do now, actually, Brad? What are we doing? There we go, the money. So Financial Takeover has given us, or I thought it should have given us a little bit more money. Actually, maybe it has. If we drop this down, we're more towards the 85 million euro. I've got to remember to say euro, guys. It's going to be hard swapping between the Liverpool career mode and this career mode, because one we're in euros and one we're in pounds. Now, something I'm going to do off camera, guys, but I'll let you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into the squad hub and check, A, that no players have got their contract up in less than 12 months, and 2, no players have got a buyout clause, because we don't want to be selling any players. Then I'll add a few players to either the transfer list or the loan list, and then you guys can agree or disagree and let me know down below in the comment section. Before I do that, though, I'll quickly change over here to let you guys know what players were brought in this year. So, number 1, Matt Hummels. Now, Matt Hummels has got a very, very funny story, and if we look at his transfer history, this is just maniac, guys, right? So, in July 1st, 2006, he was appointed to the FC Bayern Munich's under-19. By the end of that season, he moved to FC Bayern 2, which is their second club, which tends to just bring the youngsters through, and then eventually, if they do well, they break into the starting club. On January 1st, 2007, so only 6 months later, he went from FC Bayern 2 to Bayern Munich. So he was moved to the big team. Then in 2008, he was sold from Bayern Munich to Borussia Dortmund for €250,000. 250,000, €250,000, Matt Hummels. So he was bought by Dortmund. That was after a year playing in the first team, and he wasn't doing well. He went to Borussia Dortmund and he absolutely smashed it. The problem is Dortmund had to loan him back to Bayern Munich in 2009. So he went back on loan. Then what happened is in 2016, Borussia Dortmund sold him to Bayern Munich on a permanent deal for €38 million in 2016. 3 years later, brings us to current date of 2019, Bayern Munich sell him back to Borussia Dortmund for €35 million. So they basically loaned him when they bought him for 38 million, £3 million, £1 million a year for Matt Hummels. That was the only difference. They bought him for 38, they sold him back for 35. So when you look at the switch, he's been 5 times he's switched between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund, which is an absolute madness. But this brings us on to the whole point of this year, they brought him back for 35 million. If we just come down a little bit now. There we go. So another player they brought in was Nico Schultz, which they brought in from Hoffenheim for 25.5 million. Thorgan Hazard coming in from Borussia Mönchengladbach for 25.5 million. Julian Brandt in from Bayer Leverkusen for 25 million. Paco Alcácer, the striker, in from FC Barcelona for 21 million. And then going out on loan this year was Alexander Isaac and Sebastian Rode. They're the only players that went out. Andre Schürrle also currently out at Fulham on loan. So that gives you a little bit of insight, guys, of who's been sold, who's been brought in. So we didn't sell any players in real life this year or this last transfer window. Right, so that's all the Squad Hub stuff done. There was 3 players in Mario Götze, Mohamed Dahoud and Nico Schultz that all had release clauses. No players that I'm worried about had less than a year. Mario Götze was 40 million his release clause. Dahoud was 26 and Schultz was 38. I've offered them all new contracts, so nobody can buy any of our big players right now. Now, off camera later on after I finish recording, I'm going to go through and all the main players like your Marco Reus, your Götze, players like that, I'm going to add them to the non-transfer list. So they're not going to be added to the transfer list. It's going to be rejected. So no teams can come in. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm going to be hounded time after time for teams that want to buy my players. And that's what I do in the Liverpool cream mode. So the Van Dijk, the Salah, the Mane, the Bobby, they're not transfer listed. I don't allow them to be on the transfer list. I don't allow any team to come in for them. Otherwise, you'll be there all day long. From what I've seen, guys, which there will be a straw poll down below now, with every position we play. So, striker, central attacking midfield, left mid, right mid, CDM, left back, centre back, right back, goalkeeper. All those positions are going to be there. I want you at home to go and vote right now on what position or positions do you think need improving. Now, for me, quickly looking over the Squad Hub and looking at the team there, I think another centre back, because we don't have that many centre backs, an out-and-out striker to play up top with Alcácer, or more the fact come in for Alcácer and either have Alcácer as our backup, so maybe a Robert Lewandowski, maybe an Aguero, a Jesus, somebody like that, a striker that can either come in and sit behind Paco Alcácer or potentially take over his place and become our number 1 striker. And the other position is right back. Now, I have checked, Hakimi is on loan. So if we go up here, where is he? There we go. Hakimi is on loan from, it doesn't actually say, but I'm pretty sure he's a Real Madrid player. Now, because I like him, we're going to buy him in Season 2 if Real Madrid will sell him. But if we look at the situation here of goalkeepers, we've got Berkey and Hitz. That's enough for me. 2 keepers, that's pretty solid. Left back, we've got Schultz, Hakimi and Smelter. That's fine for me as well. At centre back, Bellery, who's only a 66, so no to him. Toprak, who's currently out on loan to Wolfsburg, overall 79. He is 29 years old, though. Zagadou, an up-and-coming French 20-year-old centre-back, so I'm happy and I'm training him. We got Hummels and Akanji as our main centre-backs. But we've only got Zagadou to come in for either one of them. Otherwise, we're having to play Berardi. So I'm thinking a centre-back is a must. When we look at the right-back position, we've got plenty of right-backs out on loan, which I will take a little look into. Or maybe you've just spotted a player there that's out on loan that you think, Brad, recall them. But right now, we've got Piszczek at 34 overall. He's going to start declining. The only one we've then got left in the team is Mori, who's 19 and overall 64. So a right-back, I think, personally, is a must. So right back, centre back and striker are the positions for me that I personally think we need to look at bringing players in and either building on what we've already got, so bringing another striker in to build and play under Alcésar, or potentially even build on top of Alcésar, and the new striker can come in and be our number one. That's where I'm thinking, guys, but there will be a straw poll down below. You can go and vote on it and let me know what you think your personal position that needs improving is, or even building on more the fact. Now, I've done the player development right now. We've got the young man Zagadou on 2 of them, the young centre-back. We've got Mahmoud Dahoud in the centre-mid on 2, and we've also got Jadon Sancho on just 1. He's already overall 84, so don't want to hound him too much. He's already pretty high. It'll take him a long time just through player development to get to 85 in his position. It's just about playing games. We will now advance all the way to the Olympic Lyon game. In our group, we've got Inter Milan, Lyon, and Suwon Samsung. I've never heard of them before, but I'm sure it'll be a fun game when we face off against them. We've had a greetings, Brad. Real Madrid have shown an interest in taking Mahmoud Dahoud on a 1-year loan deal. See what I mean? Already, day one, in the job, and we've had Real Madrid come in and give us a loan offer for Mahmoud Dahoud. It's not going to happen. He cannot be going anywhere, so we will unfortunately have to reject that offer to Real Madrid. He's going to be one of the main players that plays in the centre mid or the CDM alongside the other players. We've got a player chat coming in. We know, of course, it's from the captain. Any career mode you start, the captain always tends to send you a little text when you first join. Greetings, boss, on behalf of the whole team. I'd like to give you a warm welcome at Dortmund. Excited about the future. We've got work to do. Nice to meet you too. Let's go. Excited about the future, because I am very, very excited about what this career mode holds in the future. Now, guys, I think we've covered everything. The last thing I'm going to show you is the money. Now, I don't know how it went up. I don't know if I had to advance today. It's just come as a shock to me. We now have 177 million euro in the kitty. You can see there, we've had 100 million pumped in. So I'll take that, because it gives us plenty of money. If we adjust it slightly, we have around 170 million euro to spend with a wage budget of 327,000 euro. Massive, massive transfer budget. And anyone we want to sign to this career mode now, we certainly can do just that. But I didn't want this episode to be too long, guys. I've been recording for 52 minutes. I'm obviously going to cut lots out and shorten it down. But I just thought a nice introduction, meet the team, see what the current formation is, talk about transfers. Obviously, I've told you guys there's a straw poll down below asking you guys what positions do you think, personally, in your opinion, need improving. Also, if you pick left back or right back or striker, drop a comment down below and say, Brad, I think a striker needs to be improved, and my recommendation would be Aguero, Bobby Firmino, Robert Lewandowski. Let me know a player that you'd like me to sign, and I'll add them to the transfer shortlist. And then over the next couple of episodes, we'll look at players, look at bringing players in, and obviously you guys can be voting on what players get brought in and also what players get brought out. Obviously the young players, the 19-year-olds that are overall 60 to 75, let's say, I'm probably going to look at just loaning out. That's the easier option. They get to go out, they get to get game time, because in this career mode, I don't think they're going to get that much game time. In the Liverpool career mode, I play a lot with the youngsters, and that's something that I promised you guys to change it up for the Liverpool career mode. In the Dortmund career mode, it's about just having big names, a massive, massive team that is super high when it comes to potential, super high when it comes to ratings, and we just want to absolutely dominate. You can see there, our group, guys, is Dortmund, Inter Milan, Lyon, and Suwon Samsung. We are in the Group F in the Champions League with Barcelona, Inter Milan and Slavia Prague. Now, we've got Inter Milan in our current group, so it'll be exciting to play against them and see how we get on against them. Might give us an idea of how Group F is going to go in the Champions League, but Inter Milan and Barcelona certainly going to be very, very difficult teams. The last thing I want to mention, guys, is on the 8th of November, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream. If you'd like to donate, the link is down below in the comment section. Go and give it a click. Go and donate if you can. Give up a takeaway this week. Give up going to the cinema. Give up buying a new game. Donate to a great cause and give it to those in need. This is out on the 4th, hopefully, of November, guys. If it is, the next episode should be out on the Wednesday, the 6th of November. I'm not sure whether there's going to be a video coming out on the Friday, considering I'm starting to live stream at 5 p.m. Is there going to be a video coming out 2 hours later? I'm not too sure right now, guys. There might, and if there is, it's probably going to be the Liverpool career mode. I don't want to hound you with the Dortmund career mode all week, so I think the Liverpool career mode will come out on the Friday if I manage to get a video in there. But if you have enjoyed today's episode and you are excited for this Dortmund career mode, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.